Yo, what is going on, guys? Hope everyone's having a fantastic day. I hope everyone's having a good week and a few more days left till the Philadelphia Eagles face the Jaguars at home at the Link to become 4-0, hopefully, after this week, which is very exciting. Got some topics I want to go over, so let's get straight into the video.
Because I've seen enough horror movies to know any weirdo wearing a mask is never friendly.
What is going on, guys? Hope everyone's having a fantastic day. So some updates for the Philadelphia Eagles. And first, I want to go over, obviously, the Jaguars. Well, I'm not going to go into the game plan yet until probably tomorrow. But obviously, with the news with Doug Peterson, you know the questions have been answered over and over again. And is Doug going to get applauded or booed or whatever the case may be? Doug's probably getting sick of these damn questions because they ask him almost every time. But I'm excited for Doug to come to the building. I mean, I like him as a coach. I've always liked him as a coach, and unfortunately things didn't work out, but I love Nick Sirianni. That's our head coach. And, kind of want to know your guys' thoughts on Doug Peterson and what, and how you think, he's turned this. Is he going to turn this Jaguars team around? It seems like they have played. I mean, they pretty much dismantled the Chargers last week and have a really good run game. Their defense is very good against the run. So it should be very, very interesting what happens. And, Doug is going to walk into Philadelphia, walk into the Link probably with a lot of emotion. So I'm kind of excited to see how the crowd's going to react to it and the kind of ovation he's going to get. So it should be very, very interesting. So now next on the news is pretty important. Punt return, kick return. It looks like Nick Sirianni is going to be naming Devonta Smith a punt returner for the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm just kidding. Not fully. They're going to move him up to punt returns in situations, which I still don't like. If you're going to move somebody up, move up Devin Allen or something for 3 weeks. I don't know what they're doing with Covey. Does this mean that Covey is not going to stay on the active roster? Or is he going to go to the practice squad? Or is he going to get flat out released? I don't know what they're doing with him. I think Covey just needs more time. Probably not going to be the right guy for the, I was excited for him, but I don't think he's going to be the right guy for a specialist for kick returns and punt returns. But you can only bring up a practice squad player 3 times, and after that, you have to make a decision where they stay the rest of the year. So they can't move him up to the active roster ever again if he's on practice squad. So they have to make a decision here. And it sounds like right now Devonta Smith is a situational punt returner for the Eagles, which I don't like. Bring up Devin Allen for 3 weeks if you have to do so. I mean, I think they have brought somebody up, or the news isn't up. They have a plan for that, whether it's Covey, if he's staying on active roster, if they think they want to give him the whole entire season, that's great. Or they want to get Devin Allen a shot for 3 weeks and move him up 3 times if that's where they want to go. But all it's going to take, guys, and Devonta Smith isn't the biggest guy on the team, so if he gets rolled up on, late hit, that's it. He'll get injured. Okay, this is what's going to worry me about them putting him on punt returns. I do not want to see him on punt returns whatsoever. Look, a lot of teams do situational punt returners because they just do it, for yardage, guaranteed yardage. When we backed up Washington almost into their end zone, they were punting the ball. They put Devonta Smith in to guarantee yards because with Covey, he was just having a lot of issues really at the start of catching the football on a punt return as a specialist and hesitating way too much or just not getting enough breakaway speed to get more yards. Because I don't think a lot of teams are afraid of the Eagles special teams, because I think it's the worst group that we've seen probably in a long time. We don't literally do anything with this group. We haven't had good special teams since 2013 to 2015, really. So it's been a long time. So Devonta Smith was snubbed. Was snubbed out of the offensive player of the week since Brandon Graham was defensive player of the week. He got snubbed. I think maybe it's because they didn't want to name 2 Eagles on both sides of the football for offensive and defensive player of the week. He was snubbed this week for Cordell Patterson that had 18 carries for 150-something yards and a touchdown. Really? I mean, what did Smith have? What 6 or 8 for 169, whatever it was, and he got snubbed. And I'm totally fine with it because I know Devonta Smith is going to see this and he's going to just get motivated by it and just get better and better. He'll be offensive player of the week sometime. It will happen. He should have got it this week. He got snubbed, guys, by Cordell freaking Patterson. Can't even believe it. It's ridiculous. Now, I want to give you an update on the Eagles cap space. So by Wednesday at 4 p.m., the Eagles have to be under the cap. So they are the 4th worst team in cap space with $185,000 under the cap, which that's going to be very easy to They have to fix it, obviously. It's very easy to fix. The cap is going up next year. The Eagles will have 30 to 45 million in cap space, depending on the league and how much the cap is going up. But apparently, it's supposed to go up by a lot, like a crap ton next year. And obviously, with more moves, or maybe they extend Javon Hargrave this year. I mean, there's little moves they could do to save some money or restructure or whatever they're doing. I don't know what they're doing yet. But so by Wednesday, the Eagles have to be under the cap, so this way they're good for the year. And that's it. We'll see what happens. So I just want to give you an update on the cap space. Now, Big Play Slay. Okay, so Big Play Slay has not practiced all week. Has not practiced. Hasn't done anything. He was in pads. He was in no pads, no helmet, no nothing the other day. It was him and Brett Toth. Brett Toth and Andre Dillard as well are actually hitting the sled right now, which is good. They're doing some work specifically, doing some offensive lineman drills, specific work, private workouts and stuff like that. So looks like Andre Dillard might be coming back soon, which is a good sign. So we get our back left tackle right back. But Big Play Slay is still out. We're dealing with that back injury as of right now. And hopefully he's good by this week. I think they're just resting him a lot. I don't think he needs a ton of work this week. You got to rest him as much as possible. I think we're going to be in good hands the next few weeks. We'll have our bye week in a few weeks, so I think this will be probably a perfect bye in a few weeks so the guys can get their rest, which is going to be a good thing. But I don't think Slay is going to be out, and Zach McPherson's going to come in. I don't think that's going to happen. I think Slay will be playing. I'm not really worried about it too much because it doesn't seem like it's as bad. Even after the Washington game, he was jumping around, doing the fly goes fly, waving his arms around like really fast. He was jumping all over the place. So his back isn't that bad. It's probably a little bit of soreness, probably a bit of pain, probably nothing crazy. So as much rest for Big Play Slay as possible this week, and we'll see what happens. So I think this is a very important week, and we need Slay in every single game. So give this man enough rest as possible, and then we'll see what happens. Now it looks like the Eagles have lost a receiver, and that's it. John Hightower is gone. Someone finally claimed him. The Los Angeles Chargers did claim John Hightower. Unfortunately, he's had way too much competition in front of him here. He was not going to make it, between 5 receivers. He wasn't going to make it at one of those spots since trading for A.J. Brown and obviously Devonta Smith still being here, getting Zach Pascal in the building as your as your number 4. So they weren't keeping him as a 5, or they weren't really doing much for him. He's been hurt a lot. The past couple of years, the injuries have been an issue with him. I think he only showed up to the 3rd preseason game last year, and this year he was a little bit more healthy. He was on I think he was hurt a little bit this training camp, but and this was a starter for us in 2019. I mean, he was a starter. I don't think they used him the right way. They used him as a deep threat, which he is not that. They never used him mid-tier field. And on top of everything else, Hightower was another special teams guy coming out of Boise State, which I don't get. I don't get why they never used him for special teams. Kind of the same thing. I don't know why they don't use Boston Scott for special teams. It just makes no sense. Hightower had a special teams pedigree coming out of Boise State. And guys, I'm not going to lie. When we drafted Quez Watkins and John Hightower, I said John Hightower is going to be the better wide receiver. And then fans were telling me, oh, you're going to be wrong. You are going to be wrong when Quez Watkins gets his shot because he is going to be special. And holy crap, has he become very, very special for the Philadelphia Eagles. So John Hightower is officially gone. He is claimed by the Chargers and, hopefully has a better start over there or, as a depth piece, whether he plays special teams or not. Hopefully he does something. So that's going to be it for John Hightower. And other than that, guys, between Jalen Hurts has been playing fantastic. So obviously there was other news with Jalen Hurts, and between the 3 weeks that he has played, okay, he's beat out Nick Foles, Michael Vick, Donovan McNabb. I think it's like 1,083 yards in 3 weeks passing. I mean, he's beaten the Eagles record. Whatever quarterback hasn't even got close to that. So close over 1,000 yards, but Hurts has the best record out of all those quarterbacks right now after week 3, which is a great thing. That's really good. We're seeing a lot of growth from Jalen Hurts and can't wait to see more. But other than that, guys, that's pretty much it. Do you think Big Play Slay is going to play this week? Do you think they're just resting him? Doug Peterson, do you think they applaud him? Do you think they boo him? Whatever you think on that. Hightower going to the Chargers. Are you happy? Are you sad? Do you think they should have did more with him? Special teams. And Devonta Smith. Do you think you agree with Devonta Smith being a punt returner in situations? hard for me to say that I really like that move. But other than that, guys, that is pretty much it. That was the update for the day for the Philadelphia Eagles. I hope everyone has a fantastic day, and I will see you guys on the next one. Shake Squad up, follow slide. Peace out, guys. Peace.